Alright, how weird does this get? That guy is tiger food. If you have somehow managed to dodge this series trending more than rap music videos on YouTube, allow me to explain. Tiger King is about a gay, country-singing, gun-toting, mullet-rockin' polygamist who owned an exotic animal ranch in Oklahoma and the drama that unfolded. The best way to describe this series is like watching the highway crash scene from Final Destination 2 meets Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Tiger King bounces between two primary viewpoints, first with Joe Exotic and the crew of his misfits looking like meth junkies in a recovery program. So basically any fans of the Rolling Stones. The other perspective is from Carol Baskin and her new husband, both of whom are animal rights activists seeking to close down Joe's zoo. If that doesn't alert you, then the quick tour of Carol's home should, since everything she owns is in cat print like she's trying to one-up Cruella de Vil. Did I mention she's affiliated with PETA? So yeah, throw everything she says out the window like Bran Stark. While most of those who work for all involved are decent enough folks given the circumstances, none of those at the top in this series are good people. Every one of them gives off more red flags than a Chinese parade. Joe is an eccentric sociopath like most Instagram models. Jeff Lowe usurped the throne from Joe like Napoleon did Louis XVIII. Carol Baskin is Hillary Clinton light. Based on what I saw, her ex-husband disappeared of his own accord like Jeffrey Epstein took his own life. Bhagavan Antal, if that name doesn't reveal how pretentious he is, it should be enough to get your spider senses tingling that something is wrong. You could just look at all the women he controls, since his sanctuary looks like the leader of Heaven's Gate had a birthday party at Hooters. Not one of them can be trusted as far as you can launch them with a catapult, and it amazes me that the only one behind bars is Joe Exotic. If anything, this series should be a lesson in whom you get involved with. Romance, business, whatever, it doesn't matter. I can see why this series took off like it has. There is more drama in this show than the entirety of The Young and the Restless. I feel sorry for the law enforcement that had to clean up these messes. One of Joe's buildings burns down by someone who was filmed walking away but never caught. Carol Baskin fed her ex-husband to a tiger and got away with it. Joe hired a convicted felon to assassinate Carol. One of Joe's husbands Control-Alt-Deletes himself. I get it, this is a circus, but does any of this matter? Why was this show relevant? Was it the disbelief of the events? This isn't exactly a historical event like the Manhattan Project or learning even the CIA couldn't train a cat. Seriously, look up Project Acoustic Kitty. The outcome for the cat had me laughing. Those are relevant to life and what we both have done and will do. Why does anyone care for what some scumbags did over the last decade or so? I suppose you could understand the lesson of hypocrisy and how most of those who lead these causes don't practice what they preach. Nonetheless, by the time I finished, I hopped in a shower to clean myself of the grime I just sat through. Finishing the series left me remembering the true ending of Clue.
Who done it?
You did.
They all did it.
Honestly, I don't know what to rate this. I don't care for reality television at all, and the only real types of measurements you can read are the cameras during interviews. This tips the scale heavily in favor of the subjective over the objective, but there just isn't much here. This series exploded in popularity because of the ludicrous events combined with everyone being stuck at home. I dislike most of the people involved in this and think the whole issue would best be solved via firing squad. Since this is nearly pure personal taste, as someone who doesn't care for drama, I can't give an honest recommendation for Tiger King. Again, I don't care for this style of entertainment at all, so this isn't necessarily a fair view, but I would say stay away from this like testifying against the cartels without guaranteed protection. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more weekly reviews, and I'll see you next week.